Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. We is back with another banging video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen. We are reacting to a video titled "This Is Sad." Akademiks reads the police report for Rich Homie Quan's death and new details. We finna dig in here. We finna see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in though, man.
Sorry. Alright, so we do have Rich Homie Quan's death incident report. And this kind of tells us a lot, right? So this is the incident report.
How he even get a hold to that though? That's crazy.
What it tells us is the people that were involved in the sense of, people that were at this house. By the way, I don't want to dox him or whatever the case is, but, he lived in a big house. Apparently, not only his kids were there, not only his baby mama was there, but apparently his brother was there, okay? So his brother was there, and I think it's the Quantes Lamar. I think, who's that? Is that his name? The Quantes Lamar? Yeah, that's his name. But then there's somebody else. I don't know if it's Andre or Theorist. No, I don't think it's Theorist. I think it's Andre. I think that's his brother. Regardless, let me read this incident report. It's going to give a little bit of detail, right? It says, on 9/5/2024 at approximately 11:29, and I guess this is in the morning, so 11:29 a.m., Officer Dorsal, Unit 2412, was dispatched to a call in regards to an injured person at the location of blah, blah, blah. He says, when I arrived, I made contact with Mrs. Amber Williams, who told me that at 6:45, which basically it's 5 hours before then, she woke up to bring the kids to school and noticed that her significant other was not in the bedroom. Miss Williams stated that she woke up and saw him asleep on the sofa. When she came back from dropping the kids off at school, she saw he was still sleeping. She then proceeded to the bedroom and fell asleep at approximately 11 hours, right? 1100 hours, which is 11 o'clock. She woke up to go check on him, and that was when she observed that his body was cold and called 911. The male was identified as Mr. DeQuantis Lamar with a birthday of whatever. While on scene, I did not observe any foul play. Mr. Lamar did not appear to be alert, conscious, or breathing. Miss Williams advised me that Mr. Lamar did not have any medical or underlying issues. Grady Bus 786 was on scene and transported him to the Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. I also spoke to Mr. Andre Munford, okay, which is the brother of the deceased. It says, who informed me that he woke up at approximately 3 a.m. and noticed that Mr. Lamar had fallen asleep on the floor near the kitchen counter. Mr. Mumford advised me that it was very unusual because he had food in his mouth. He lifted him up and put him on the sofa.
Okay, with that part being said, let's stop it right there. So, if you find your brother on the floor, quote unquote sleep, but he got food in his mouth, that don't seem a little bit unusual. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like some could have, they I'ma just say this. I feel like they could have got some help a lot earlier than what they did, because like what it sounded like he had maybe lost, or he probably had already been deceased for all that time. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't until his girl came back out and like she really did something about it. But if you ask me now, since we read this part, or since we heard this part, like he found him on the floor with food in his mouth. Like that's kind of off. Like he's out on the floor, food in his mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like they could have, or they should have, or I ain't even gonna say they. Whoever Andre is, he probably could have gotten help. To be honest, I don't know if it like clicked in his head that something may have been wrong, or if it appeared that way, whatever the case may be. But by what it sounded like, bro, it sounded like he may have been deceased for all that time until like somebody really decided to like call 911 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan, bro. But yeah, that's crazy, man. And not to put the blame on nobody, it's just with that particular part, I just think that it's odd that you walk in the kitchen or whatever, you see your loved one on the floor and they passed out with food in their mouth. Like at that point, you supposed to try to check wherever you check, see if they got a pulse or whatever. But not to put the blame on him. You know what I'm saying? He may not have thought of it like that. So I mean, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan, for real, man. You know, it's still unbelievable considering that it just happened out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm unable to get a statement from Mr. Fearless quick because he was in shock, but later was cooperative once homicide arrived on the scene. You know, I stand with saying that I don't believe any foul play was involved with Rich Homie Quan's death. I do think it's an accidental overdose. And even though y'all gonna say, oh no, this person tried to kill him, this, that, third, I really think it's an accidental overdose. What I will say is that this still alarmed me. A few things. I think the brother's statement was very alarming. If you find your brother passed out
on the floor, yeah, I feel like then he should have called some help then.
Like, you have to remember, we know people fall asleep. We know sometimes people be off drugs and maybe pass out. But if you find them unconscious, or you find them where you think they're sleeping, and food is in their mouth, they couldn't even finish chewing the food, I would probably be like, yo, are you okay? Let me get you some water. What is going on? Not, oh, I'm going to just
drag them on it, yeah.
I'm going to just put you on the couch to sleep. That would have been a red flag for me. Now, I don't believe this brother didn't care for Rich Homie Quan. I don't believe that this brother is nothing but a loving brother. So what this does tell me, and this is the only reasonable conclusion I could come to, is perhaps that this brother has seen Rich Homie Quan in many precarious positions due to his drug use. That we played videos here before.
Yep.
People even verbally said to Rich Homie Quan, "You're a junkie." Now, granted, we as a population and the public, and
but see, look though, and like that's another like incident now since Akademiks has said what he just said, bro. I never would have thought of it like that. That's why I'm saying like you can't solely like put the blame on him, because maybe they seen him passed out like that multiple times and hours later he back up doing just fine. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it could have been one of them moments where my brother just off or something. No, let me put him on the couch. He'll be good. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's really one of those situations like, I don't feel like you can point the finger. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a 50-50 thing from the brother's point of view, because it's like, still you could have checked him out, checked for a pulse, make sure he was good. but at the same time, you might have seen him like that a few times or whatever. But man, it's really a sticky situation by what it sound like, bro. So I mean, not to say that the brother's statement is alarming or seems kind of off or whatever. It really could have been just one of them situations where they just used to seeing him like that, and they just, oh yeah, man, he probably just, how I'm just put him on the couch and he good. But that's really where it gets kind of iffy in this whole situation, though.
Too much of the quote unquote junkie behavior, but apparently people around him didn't know of his drug use, and if he did die of drug, it's very possible that maybe the drug use was rampant and was going on for months, if not years. So them finding him passed out, even though passed out with food in their mouth is a little bit unusual, they thought, oh no, he's just off that shit again. Let's just make sure he's, put him on the couch, make sure he's good. Again, there's no conversation about them checking vitals at that point, and allegedly, the young woman, which is the baby mom's, only checked his vitals when instructed by the police when she called 911. So essentially, I gotta believe that his drug use was so normal that they felt, oh, he gonna be alright, just put him back on the couch. That's also a problem if that was the case, right? Again, very sad. These are additional details that come in about Rich Homie Quan's passing. Obviously, the official toxicology report has not been concluded yet, even though they are saying that they have done all the necessary things with the body. They're apparently releasing the body, or have released the body to the, so the medical examiner has released it to the morgue. The family is then going to plan a funeral, and they want to do a supposed extravagant funeral that is public, over the top, because they feel like Rich Homie Quan was a legend, and he was.
Man, Rich Homie Quan gonna always be a legend. That ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. You know what I'm saying? Rich Homie Quan gonna always be a legend, bro. Like, if you listen to, I feel like these 3 songs is like all time Rich Homie Quan legendary songs. I'll be feeling like the man when I walk through. That's number 1 for me. I would listen to that joint a few days ago. Did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. That one. And Some Type of Way, boy. Those 3 songs right there, I don't want to hear it. Always gonna be legendary songs, bro, for real.
Quan as well, so he's gonna have a public funeral. Don't know where the venue's gonna be at. Apparently, we're hearing from the medical examiner and the detectives that they have concluded all the autopsy and collected whatever samples they needed to run whatever test they will do later, which obviously is going to be a toxicology report. So we're going to hear an official cause of death or method of death based on what they find with that. But apparently they no longer need to keep the body, so they're going to release it to the father, and the father's going to go forward with a funeral. Again, I don't want to blame the brother, even though I did mention that didn't sound too normal. Grief is a hell of a thing, bro, and I don't want to add on to the stress the family is feeling by even remotely suggesting that his brother could have either saved his life or done something, because sometimes when you're overstricken with grief, you especially with a loved one, you start thinking about what you could have done, how you could have done something different, how you could have proceeded. So, I hope God helps that entire family. They're going through a very tough time, right? Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how he get a hold of the paperwork.
I'm hearing that the GOAT.
How he get a hold of the paperwork though? Like, did they post it on something where people can access it, bro? The report itself? That's crazy, because when I was looking on social media the day that the news came out that Rich Homie Quan had passed away, they released the actual 911 call. And I'm just like, bro, like, how they getting, like, this, in my opinion, bro, that report, like, the call and all that, in my opinion, that should be, like, private information. But it's like, somehow, all of these T pages and certain, like, folks in the entertainment world, like, they got a hold of it. And I'm just like, how they get a hold of this stuff, though, man? For real. But, man, rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. You know, man, gonna always be a legend, bro. You know, I know he had a big impact on his hometown and all that stuff like that, man. But hey, listen, this is the end of the video. I'm not gonna do too much talking, man. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell, set it to all. All social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias. Click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video. And hey, the Shine Armor stuff, all that's still gonna be there. Promo code, link, all that. The website is still down, but I'm gonna keep y'all updated on when they actually get it back up and running, man. So y'all just stay tuned for that. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.